Americans' tax dollar at work in Afghanistan.
شعلة نار بالسماء شاغل يمد الكذب.
الله أكبر. انفجار انفجار قوي.
God forbids, I'm not saying that the American government is giving money to the terrorist group in Afghanistan. And no, I don't mean that American people are helping the terrorists in Afghanistan, but the Afghan government. We are channeling billions of dollars to the Afghan government, the most corrupt government in the world. And they are the one that they channel the vast majority of that money to Taliban, to Hikmatyar, to Haqqani Network, and a lot of people like them. This is at least 10 years that the Afghan people is being targeted by these suicide bombers. This sewage truck filled with explosives were used for this suicide bomb at May 31st in Kabul. I bet the truck was bought by American tax dollars. The explosives were bought by American tax dollars. More than anyone, the Afghan government is responsible for this.
Allahu Akbar.
Afghanistan's capital of Kabul was hit today by one of its worst attacks in years. A suicide truck bomb killed at least 90. Around 400 were wounded. The bomber struck close to the German embassy not far from Afghan government buildings. More now from Deborah Pata.
The powerful truck bomb exploded in Kabul's diplomatic quarter during the packed morning rush hour. The timing chosen with devastating effect. The force of the blast so powerful that windows were shattered more than a mile away, leaving a massive crater.
امشب با قصه دل من گوش میکنی؟ معلوم دار گوش میکنی اما فردا مرا چه قصه فراموش میکنی؟
الله أكبر.
شعلة نار بالسماء شاغل يمد الكذب.
الله أكبر. انفجار انفجار الله أكبر. انفجار قوي انفجار قوي. الله أكبر.
در شهر کابل
More than anyone, the Afghan government is responsible for this, because they are the one, they channel the money to the terrorist groups inside and outside Afghanistan. And we may even forgotten why we went to Afghanistan to begin with. What was the mission? What was the goal? This was the reason that we went to Afghanistan.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Well, the search is underway for those who are behind these evil acts. I've directed the full resources of our intelligence and law enforcement communities to find those responsible and to bring them to justice. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbor them. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbor them.
Did we bring anyone to justice? Oh yeah, we killed Osama, and we killed perhaps 50 of his lieutenants. But there is no shortage of these people in Afghanistan. As General McChrystal said one time, we wanted to earn the hearts and minds of Afghans. But did we? Forget about the rest of the Afghan people. But look at Karzai. We picked him from a street in Washington, which he barely had a job. We took him to Afghanistan. We made him the president of Afghanistan. We spent hundreds of millions of dollars on him to be the president for the next about 10 years. At least we should have his heart and mind. But no. A month ago, he declares jihad against America. Listen to him.
بزرگان حاضر در این مجلس، معززین گرامی، بسیار بسیار خوشم. من در 3 مرحله زندگی بود. این دیروز سومش بود. از زبان این دختران شنیدم که شوروی به افغانستان اومد و فیصله کردم که برم مجاهد شم و حق را پس خواهد شم. بار دیگه که احساس برم پیدا شد در زمان طالبان بود. دیروز بار سوم شد که باز به این فکر شدم که از این تحاجب و ظلم و دهشت امریکا افغانستان آزاد.
He says that in my lifetime, 3 times I declared jihad. One time when the Soviets invaded Afghanistan, one time at the end of the era of Taliban, and the 3rd time now, and that was a month ago. When President Trump ordered that mother of all bomb to be dropped in Achin, Afghanistan, he became so upset and he declared jihad against America. And Ashraf Ghani, we spent hundreds of millions of dollars on him for the last 16 years, and especially last 3 years. Before I talk about Ashraf Ghani, just please listen to his laughter. Is this normal? He's giving lecture at Kabul University for the students, and he is telling them about his experience in America. He said that when I was a student in America, one of my teachers told me that, hey, I heard that there are lots of donkeys in Afghanistan. I told that teacher that yes, in Afghanistan we have lots of 4 legs donkeys, unlike America that we have 2 leg donkeys.
یک روز یک آدم از پیش پرسان کرد، گفت ما شنیدیم معلم سپورت بود، گفت در افغانستان ما شنیدیم خر بسیار زیاد دارد. ما خب شوق، ما گفتم ما در اونجا 4 پای دارد. تو چابیل چه دیور تو اینو خود تو باپو خو خردی.
In other words, he is introducing American people as donkeys to Kabul University students. And those students believe him because they think that he has spent 40 years in America. If anyone knows about America and Americans, is Mr. Ghani. And then he was laughing like a sick person. Who picked him? We in America. We spent hundreds of millions of dollars on him.
To join together to welcome the distinguished president of Afghanistan.
And today he teaches hatred in Afghanistan. Yes, for the last 16 years, Karzai and Ashraf Ghani had only one policy. They were keep begging all the extremists to become part of the government. Whatever they were doing, they would keep doing suicide bombings, killing American soldiers, killing European soldiers, killing Afghan people by thousands, but still they were begging them to come and make peace with us. With the power of American money, they finally made peace, at least with this guy. One of the most extreme elements of those killers, which was based in Pakistan. A peace treaty was signed between this Ashraf Ghani's government and Gulbuddin Hekmatyar. At a gathering in Kabul Stadium, he tells thousands of people that this Afghan government is illegal because John Kerry made this government.
دا ویش پیسلی ویش ندهید نه دی خدای للوری ویش دی نه دی ولس للوری ویش او نام دی اساسی قانون مطابق ویش دا دی شاغلی جان کیری ویش دا دی شاغلی جان کیری ویش دیتا دی پیسلی ویش پسرگا مگوری.
What a peace treaty. That you signed peace with this government after 16 years of killing people, and you take hundreds of millions of dollars from this government, including the $3 million which this government spent on that one event at Kabul Stadium, and now they are giving us misleading information to believe that democracy in Afghanistan doesn't work. It does. But Karzai and Ashraf Ghani cannot implement that because they share the same mentality. They don't have beards, they don't have turban, but the mentality is there. And also deeply they are dividing the Afghan people based on race and language. Mr. Trump, I am begging you, please, stop sending money to this government. Freeze it. It is time to look for an alternative in Afghanistan. We can win this war easily. We don't have to bankrupt American people to win this war. There are way easier ways to win this war in Afghanistan. And I think if you choose the right people in Afghanistan, in a few years we can rewind everything, we can turn it the other way, and we will have a peaceful Afghanistan.